Guys, welcome aboard. Wonderful Freedom of the Seas, currently sailing out of Miami, doing 3 and 4 night sailings. Now, if you are curious about Freedom, like what this ship has to offer, stay tuned with me. I'm going to give you a full walkthrough tour of this ship. I'm going to show you all the areas, some of the cool places, and give you a tour so you can get more comfortable once you get on board. The ship has 15 decks. It's big, but it's not as big as you might seem. So stay tuned for the video so you can see how to navigate this ship easily. So this area right behind me, this is the Olive and Twist bar. They'll have karaoke. You can book private events and things like that here. And actually, they actually have the nightclub experience. Usually it's like on the first night and the last night. And they'll have the nightclub here. This place actually is pretty jumping. As you can see, they have the bar right here, DJ booth up there. But this is the Olive and Twist bar. And over off to the right, you have the Crown Lounge right there. This door normally is open, but it is closed right now because it's embarkation day. And off here, they have restrooms. There's obviously stairs that go down. Now, on Freedom of the Seas, there's 15 decks. Now, straight ahead out of the Olive and Twist, this is the Suite Lounge. So if I turn around, there's Olive and Twist there and then there. As a side note, these are the only elevators that will take you up to deck 14. So if you're trying to actually get up here to deck 14 to the Olive and Twist, you will have to go to the elevators on the left-hand side. And if not, if you go on the other ones, it'll only take you up to 12, then you'll have to take the stairs. But you have to come to the elevators on the left-hand side. So if you see here, I'm gonna walk straight out, you'll see there's Splashaway Bay right there. Right down below, there's El Loco Fresh. You come over here to those elevators, this will bring you up here. And like I say, unless you just want to take the stairs. But that elusive 15 deck, there is no elevator that will take you up here. So I'm gonna take you up here right now. And this is the Skylight Meeting Room. They also used to call this place the Chapel, but they call it the Skylight Meeting Room. So this actually used to be the chapel, and you can see how it's set up. It looks like it used to be a chapel, and that is basically the only thing that's up here. Actually, they do have people that reserve functions and things like that for this area, but yeah, that's this area. What's funny is walking up these stairs is like you're almost like you're walking up to heaven to meet your maker. Now, once you come down deck 14, this will take you to deck 13. And of course, this is the only elevator that will bring you up to deck 13. But right behind me, this is the entrance to the sports court. You go straight down to the right, there's another set of stairs that will take you down. But we're gonna go to the sports court because this is where they have the Flow Rider Perfect Storm. You can go either left or right. I'm gonna go right. Take me right out here to the basketball court. So as you see, boom, basketball court here. Bad part is they only got one goal up. I don't know what happened, but I was out here playing yesterday, and yeah, we were serving people. We were serving people yesterday. But outside of here, you got the ping pong tables, and this is the Suite Lounge. You have to be in a suite to get access up there, and it's here on both sides. So as you see, there's one entrance to the Suite Lounge on both sides. And as you see here, they have the rock climbing wall right on the other side of the basketball court. So if you want to go rock climbing, there it is. And there are restrooms everywhere, so it's easy to find. And as you see, they have the beanbag toss here. You'll see the water slides right here. And this is the only place where they have the water slides. So you bring the kids here, have fun. And here we are, the wonderful Flow Rider. This place gets really busy with people, but on the day of embarkation, bring your bathing suit. You can be one of the first to get on here, enjoy it while you can. There are 2 sides to deck 13. There's another side on the other side of the ship where they actually have the putt-putt course, they call it the Freedom Dunes. So this was deck 13, and you walk down and you'll see, as you can see, they have Social 33, Johnny Rockets Arcade, and Adventure Ocean where you take the kiddies. So once you walk down here from the Flow Rider, you have this area right here where you can sit and soak some sun up. There usually aren't that too many people here, but this thing wraps all the way around through here. And you'll see as I walk around, it ends on this side. So you'll see this, it actually ends right there. So this is one entrance to get up here to the wonderful flow rider. And as we walk, we're gonna skip this exit. That's another entrance to the flow rider. And then what you have here is the social. This is the patio where it's like the teens club. As you can see, social 33 patio. Hey. And then, as you can see, have restrooms here. And then Johnny Rockets. And this is a fan favorite. You have to pay for this place, but they have seating that sits along the water right there. You get a nice view, or you can just sit inside of the cafe. Again, it's not open right now, so I can't show you the inside. Let me see if I can do a little bit. There we go. You can see a little bit of Johnny Rockets on the inside. Now, to the left here, you got the arcade and Adventure Ocean. Of course, you go here, you can drop the kiddos off right there. There's an entrance, as you see, right off of Johnny Rockets, and then there's also the entrance right there. But you have the arcade here, which there's no one here. And of course, guys, this is a paid thing, so be very careful swiping the CPass card. Like, it's okay, it won't be okay at the end, especially if you let your kid run wild with your CPass card. So there we are with the arcade. Let's walk out of Adventure Ocean, because for most of you, this is what you want to see. And again, before you go to the arcade, because I'm actually kind of walking in reverse as to what you would walk as a passenger. You would actually come in from there, walking this way. But first, you'll see this little play place for the little kids. And just for context, this is what you will see as you walk into Adventure Ocean. But walking out of Adventure Ocean, you can see if you see straight ahead, you'll see Splashaway Bay. As you walk here, you'll see boom, boom, left and right, you got elevators on both banks. Of course, on stairwells, you'll have both banks. And one little tip for you, if you're on the ship, typically when you come out into the elevators, I noticed it's not on this deck, but there'll be restrooms on both sides of these sets of elevators. Usually, like maybe I think it's women to the right, men to the left. Figure it out on your ship and you can navigate it this way. So, and also this is another entrance to the babies and juniors area to Adventure Ocean. This will actually take you exactly where I came in from Johnny Rockets. So we're gonna walk right back out through here and go on to deck 12. And just for context, here's the deck map. So if you ever are wondering, like, oh, what's on this deck? What's on that deck? You can come to an elevator, not at the one in 1314. You're not gonna do it there, but you can see everything that's on there, fore, aft, and forward. So it'll tell you everything that you need to know and what's where. So obviously 10 through 6, there's nothing but staterooms. Little tip, these elevators on Freedom, it can be quite slow. So you better hopefully like try to pick your stateroom wisely, because here on Freedom, it can take a long time to get on these elevators. So walking out onto deck 12, you see they got the cabanas. These you got to pay for these. You see these, you'll see them all along the side here, and they're also on the other side there. We just left that area, so if you were to not go that way and then make the loop around, you'll literally just come straight out here and run into Splashaway Bay. Now this is the kids area where the kids will typically play. Obviously there'll be adults and everything like that. Again, as I said earlier, there's El Loco Fresh. It's actually quite windy out here right now, so hopefully it's not disturbing the mic and you guys can understand me well. But along this 12th deck, you'll find here the jogging track. So you'll see this here, it'll go all the way around there. So you got Splashaway Bay here. Now as we walk a little bit further, you'll quickly walk over into the more adult area, or the lime and coconut area. So as you see, this area, this is more of where you'll see mostly adults. You may see some kids, but primarily you'll see kids here at Splashaway Bay. So as you see here, there's not much disconnect from Splashaway Bay to the lime and coconut area. Now the lime and coconut, it's on the 12th and 11th deck. Obviously you see the bar right there, and then there's a bar right down there on the deck below. So right here on deck 12, this actually takes you up to the other side of deck 13. The other side was where the flow rider was, the basketball court, and the rock climbing wall and all that stuff. You actually have to take the stairs again to get up here to deck 13 on this side of the ship. And this will bring you up to Freedom Dunes. This is where they have the putt-putt. As you can see, there's plenty of seating along here. And to be honest with you, this area, it usually is not that busy as far as like these chairs. So if you want a chair, you don't want to be amongst people and loud music and wild stuff, definitely come out here. As you can see here, they have this, like you can rinse off here. I don't know if it's gonna work. It might be, oh, okay, I see. You just press the button here and you get the little rainwater shower here. But right here, you'll find a lot of families here playing putt-putt and everything, having fun, enjoying Freedom Dunes. And it's actually pretty cool. I have not participated or partaked in any of that, but it's pretty fun. And you see they have the same rain shower to rinse off, same seating. So there's an entrance on that side, entrance and exit on that side, entrance and exit on this side that will take you back down to deck 12. I will tell you, be careful coming down these stairs from deck 13, from the Freedom Dunes to deck 12. These steps are narrow and they're slightly steep. So if you're not careful and you're in a rush, you might bust your head. Now, as you see, now this is the solarium area. This is the adults only area. Now you can see they have the hot tub. It's the cantilever hot tub that actually hangs over on the other side of the ship. They have it on both sides of the ship. And they also have a bar. We'll go down there shortly, but you'll see this is that cantilever hot tub. You could actually see it above from deck 13 and has a really nice view. You'll see a lot of people normally sitting there. Now, as you can see, this area right here, this is reserved for Pinnacle members and like concierge suite members. So you got to have access to be on that top deck here on deck 12. Also, they have the cabanas here for rent, etc., etc. And here we are with the lime and coconut bar. This is the one on deck 12, and this is what you can expect to see. A lot of people, this place gets quite active and quite busy and overlooks the lime and coconut and the pool area right here. Now, what you see there is that movie screen. What they'll do is they'll actually play movies at night and a different assortment, whatever the case may be. And this is a really cool area. You see the hot tubs and a bunch of seats. This place can get quite lively. So this is the lime and coconut on 12. Let's go down to deck 11. I'll show you what's there and everything else. And to get down from the lime and coconut, there's actually stairs on both sides to take you straight down to the lime and coconut on deck 11. So as you see here, there's the bar for the lime and coconut here, and it overlooks, if you have a good vantage point, it actually overlooks everything. So as I take a step out, you'll see here the lime and coconut. You'll see the movie screen right here, and the pool, the hot tubs, and all the stuff, the seating and everything. So leaving this area of the lime and coconut, you'll walk over. This is actually the view, eye level view of this area of Splashaway Bay. Now, of course, there are stairs that'll take you right back up. And then off to the right in Splashaway Bay, you have El Loco Fresh. They serve the cocktails, and they'll have all of the food, the tacos, the quesadilla, more of like a Mexican inspired menu that you'll find here. Also here on deck 12 forward, you have the Vitality Spa at Sea. And here you can book into your appointments for massages, things like this. You can book all that stuff, all the typical things that you would find at a spa. you can book that stuff here. You can ask them for the services, and of course, it's best to book these things early. So here on deck 11, we have the Vitality Spa. It's the opposite end of the Windjammer. The Windjammer is on the other side. You can literally walk outside those doors and go right, find the Windjammer. But we're gonna walk inside here and look at the gym. Now, they have all sorts of classes that you can do immediately. You can go ahead and talk to the people there, but you can start here. It looks like they got stuff set up for a class possibly. You walk right in here. If you come through here, you see all the spin classes. They got the TRX setups, the battling ropes, the Bosu balls, the med balls, and all the stuff, mats and foam rollers and things like that. And you can walk this way. And again, you could take either way. You can go to this side or this side to get to the gym area. And the gym, the treadmills, they go all across the windows. And it's really nice. Really, really nice area. It just overlooks, as you can see, it overlooks everything. So you see here, they have window to window. These ceilings are about 9 feet tall. As you can see, this is one of the weighted areas right here. You see they got the cable set up here, Smith machine right here, and then they have the free weight dumbbells, which I'm actually quite impressed. They actually have dumbbells that go all the way up to 100 pounds, as you see right there. They go all the way up to 100. They have all the little benches and things like this, weights. And then they have other little apparatuses. They got a rowing machine. And as you can see, you walk through here, they have a lot of the cardio equipment, the seated bikes, they have the treadmills, you have the ellipticals, you have the stair steppers right here. But one thing I will say I don't like about this gym setup is that you have the free weights on this side right here, but then you also have the machine weights right here, which you actually kind of have to walk through this little cardio area to get to here, because even though, yes, some people like free weights, they also do machines. So I think personally, it would have been better if they would have had these things converge together to where you didn't have to go from here to walk all the way over there to the free weights. Now, as I walk through the free weighted area, they have another little area here where they have kettlebells and things like this. And then obviously, boom, right there, nice views. All right, so here, entrance to the Windjammer. So to the left, you'll have Giovanni's, the Italian kitchen right here. You'll have Giovanni's, you can book this. As you can see, it overlooks the water and all this stuff. And then to the opposite side of Giovanni's, you have Chops Grill. And you can come here, you can make your reservations, etc., etc. And this place is pretty cool. It's a steakhouse portion. Now, of course, they have the bar. As soon as you walk into the Windjammer, there's bars everywhere in the ship. If you haven't noticed the theme of everything. And then, of course, they got all of the stuff here. Now, this Windjammer literally just opened on this sailing. And as you can see, they have the windows here. You can look, sit along the window. Now, what I recommend you do when you come onto this ship and you want to eat at the Windjammer, don't stop back there and have a seat. Continue to walk all the way. Welcome. You have all of the foods here and all the good stuff. You can see, oh my gosh, this looks good. They got the roast beef, they'll slice and dice for you. And they have here the burgers set up, the hot dogs, all this stuff. But this is what I recommend you do, guys. Watch your step, of course. Come down here, and this is the portion that you should come to the Windjammer. Most people don't do this. They immediately just stop in the beginning of the Windjammer and they don't come to the back. And what you get here along the back is you can sit here and get all of these views from the aft of the ship. Because the Windjammer is in the aft, you can sit and watch the waves in the wake. So as you see, we just left deck 11. And as I said earlier, decks 10 through 6 are nothing but staterooms. But currently we are on deck 5. Right here, this is actually the main dine-in. This is deck 5. Now there are 3 levels of the main dine-in. And you can see this is really elegant and nice looking. You can see there's white seats all throughout every floor. Now some ships are different. They'll have different color seats on different floors. But as you can see, really, really elegant, really nice. As you saw, I started over there and I just basically walked around. There's a stairwell and you couldn't see it because the chandelier was actually blocking you. But you could take these stairs right here. You see there's a really nice elegant table, kind of like the boss's table right here, which actually I think this is the chef's table experience, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, you can see they got the chef's table menus, and this is where you'll have that experience. And it's really nice because it looks off onto, this is kind of like in between decks 4 and 5, because as you see, that is 5 right there. You got deck 4 and then 3 right there. So really, really nice. Nice little chandelier that they have. And that view of the chandelier was obstructing you guys to even see this from the other side. But I'm gonna walk down another. So you see they got this little spiral staircase portion on both sides. More of the same. And again, they got you walk down the spiral staircase again, making your way in between deck 4 and 3. You got a piano. So yes, very elegant area. I really like the main dining area here on Freedom. It's really, really nice. And I'm going to give you a shot of this. You can see they got a nice mural or portrait. I'm actually going to show you guys what this looks like from deck 3 level. There you go. This looks so elegant. Really, really nice area. And you see up above right there, that's where the chef's table experience is. And you have everything here in the main dining on Freedom. Now, of course, they have all of the exits right there. But while we're on deck 3, I know we started on deck 5. Let's walk right outside of deck 3. And we're actually gonna make our way back up to deck 5. Walking out of the main dining on deck 3, you'll see elevators to the left, elevators to the right. Now, what I was telling you earlier, you actually get to see it here. You see up here, if you're curious about like where the restrooms are, they have these signs right here. It'll say men's to the left, and then it'll tell you women to the right. So they have their and their restrooms on both sides. So you guys, because there are no restrooms in the main dining, so you got to be careful about that. Let's keep the party going. We're gonna go right here into the art gallery. So right here in the art gallery, you see they'll have all sorts of paintings for sale, things like this. This is, you know, if it floats your boat, go right ahead. The cool thing about deck 3 is you can get a view of decks 4, decks 5. You see this little bridge right here. That's the bridge where it'll take you from the staterooms right here, and you can actually walk to the promenade through there. But if you get a good vantage point, you could actually see quite up all the way until like deck 11, actually. So it's a nice view, very, very elegant ship. And actually up above at deck 4, this is where actually a lot of the people are actually gonna come in right here when they embark. I'll show you that here shortly. So as I keep walking, you have the focus gallery. This is where, if you guys have taken pictures, either in the promenade, maybe at the dining area, this is where you can view those pictures and purchase them. But straight ahead, this is Studio B, and it is actually closed. So I will actually come back and give you guys a full view of Studio B. This is the ice skating rink. They'll have the Crazy Quest show here. They'll actually host the nightclub there, and they actually do free skate. So this is Studio B on the 3rd deck. Coming back, if you want to get to deck 4, you can take the elevator, but my suggestion is take the stairs. Take this nice little spiral, well, I guess semi-spiral staircase, and it'll take you up into deck 4. So, like I was saying earlier, this is where you will typically embark, right here on deck 4. As you can see, the main dining entrance for deck level 4 is right there. And then people will come through here and embark and then have fun. So here on deck 4, you'll have Playmakers, you'll have Boleros, you'll have the Schooner Bar, you'll have the arcade, and you'll have the Royal Theater entrance right here. So as I walk right here, so as you see, this was 4th level of the main dining. I actually came up these stairs from deck 3. If you walk right out here to the left, this is Boleros. So Boleros, they actually have a few different levels to it. They'll play music and stuff here. It's a really cool area. Of course, as you can see, there's a bar here. There's bars everywhere. And once you walk past here to the entrance of Playmakers, there's actually another set of stairs, because as you see, these stairs go from deck 3. You could actually literally like take it up like that, or you can come around and take the stairs up to get to deck 5 where the promenade is. But this is Playmakers right here. So this is where, you know, you can get that at-home feel, you know, and this is like the owner's area where you can, you know, reserve this little spot out, watch the games right here. As you see, ESPN First Take is going. And they got foosball tables right here. And you can see they got the pool tables right here. This place will be busy tonight for the men's Final Four. It was busy last night for Iowa and South Carolina. Sorry for all the Iowa fans. But they have, as you can see, shuffleboard, more foosball, and this is the semi-arcade that they have. So you see they got speedball and then the basketball, and then they'll have some casino games here right now. Now, currently, the casino is not open because we're still in Miami. But I'm actually gonna walk through here, and as you can see, this is the casino. Now, this casino is not that big. It's actually quite smoky, I'm not gonna lie. I can actually smell some of the remnants of smoke in this casino from the prior sailing, because we're actually doing it back to back. So I can smell some of it. But this casino is really small. It's really easy to walk through. Compared to other ships, like an Oasis class ship, the casinos can be kind of huge, but no, this one is very small. Now, as you can see, this is an entrance where you could actually take this, because we're on deck 4, you could take these stairs and go up to the promenade. And I'll show you guys that shortly. So just remember these stairs. This can take you to the promenade, or if you're in the promenade, you can go from the promenade straight into the casino. So again, another bar here. Got all the tables for blackjack. Got the craps right there and all the machines. And we're gonna walk through here. And once you walk through here, you're gonna run into the schooner bar. So schooner bar, you see they have the bar here, hey, and you see at night they'll have someone playing the piano, and you know he can take requests and things like this. You can get a cocktail, have a seat, have some fun right here, and you come right outside of the casino and schooners, and then you'll have this look right into the Royal Theater. So nice stairway. You could take a really nice pictures here. The really elegant stairway. You can see I don't know what stone this is. I don't want to just call it marble because it, you know, looks like marble. It could be granite, who knows? But you look all the way up, boom. Really nice and elegant. But off to the left, when you come out of the casino, they'll have Azumi Hibachi. So you can come in here, make your reservations. They have the hibachi set up right here, and then you can enjoy the Azumi experience. So that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna walk down, and this is actually the entrance to, actually it's one of the entrances, I should say, because there's actually an entrance to the 4th level of the Royal Theater on both sides. But the main entrance to the Royal Theater is right here. Now this is where they'll actually have movies here in the Royal Theater. They'll actually have the comedy show. They'll have the Once Upon a Time show in the Royal Theater. And this is the look that you'll get in the Royal Theater. You walk in and this is what you'll see in the Royal Theater. Really elegant. You can see different tiered seating. You got the red, which you're gonna be sort of floor level. It is all elevated. It's like stadium style seating, and you're in from here. So I'm gonna give you a different look from the front so you can see the difference.
Hello everybody, welcome on board.
So as you see, this is the floor level view of what you'll see in the Royal Theater. Really nice, really elegant, seats a lot of people. And actually I'll walk on the stage and I'll show you guys what it's like to be on stage looking into the Royal Theater. So this is the view on the stage. You're looking into Royal Theater. Again, they'll have the comedy show, they'll have Once Upon a Time, and they'll actually also show movies here. So this is the Royal Theater, very nice area, comfortable seating. But I'm gonna show you a view up there because actually we watched the comedy show literally from those seats right there. And they're actually really underrated for a comedy show to watch specifically, or even the Fine Line musical show. It's actually a spot that's not bad to watch movies from. And again, with the restrooms, there are restrooms here in the Royal Theater. You have the men's right there, and then you have the women's right there. But they have in the Royal Theater an entrance to go up to that upper level on deck 4. You can see, really, really nice. Come here early, get the seats that you want. Really, really nice view. And as you can see here, they got, appears to be a bar right here. Got some chairs. You can come here, take some nice pictures, high back chairs. Now again, remember I was telling you about that entrance and exit. This is where you can actually enter the Royal Theater from deck 4 here, and then there's one actually, if you go down there on the other side, that's the Royal Theater. So as I told you guys earlier, there's that entrance that goes up to deck 5 from the Casino Royale. We're gonna take these stairs and go to the Promenade to give you guys a look of what this will look like when this spits you out into the Promenade, like what you will actually see. And there's a sign right here, it says Casino Royale as you walk up into the Promenade. So you see right here, this will take you right to the Promenade. Now, you will see the Bull and Bear Pub immediately. You'll see the logo shop. This is the Royal like souvenir shop. They're not open right now. You have Vintages where you can have a bar, have a drink. We're gonna walk this way. Hey. So you have Regalia. You have Port Merchants. This is where you can buy your alcohol and everything. And obviously you see they got the alcohol for sale right here. Regalia Fine Watches and Jewelry. Hey. In here, okay. You have the ice cream, which this is not free, guys. So don't be mistaken that this is free. This is not free. So here you have the Shore Excursions desk. If you have a question about an excursion, you want to book an excursion, this is the Shore Excursions desk. Then you have the Cafe Promenade directly across from it. And this portion is free. You can get coffee, little snacks, and different things like that and enjoy your cruise. Now, off to the other side of that, you have the market. And you can buy all sorts of like beachy, souvenir type stuff like this. And then over here, you have next cruise. So if you want to book your next cruise, go right ahead. This is where you can do all of that stuff. Now, when you exit the Promenade, you'll see this is another level of boleros. So if you were looking earlier, like if you look down here, this is boleros down here. So it's 2 levels of boleros. You have it here, and then it extends up here to deck 5. You'll see boleros. Now, directly across from boleros, you have guest services. This is where, hey, you have an issue. Maybe you lose something, like whatever the case may be, this is boleros, and this is where you can find it. Now, again, this deck 5, like this is where I was when I showed you guys the main dining, and that's the entrance right there. But we're gonna go back the other way because you have the Star Lounge back here, and you have Sorrento's and a few other places. So here we are, we're back to this area where we came up from the Casino Royale, and you see the House Solera. This is where they'll have a lot of the women's makeup and stuff like that. Of course, we saw the Bull and Bear once you come up from the casino, and then up ahead on the right, you will have Sorrento's Pizza. Now, this is a quick grab and go spot where it's free. And you just come through here, you grab a slice of pizza. They're actually ready right now. Wow, okay. There's Sorrento's. You got the Invicta store, the collection where you can get like handbags. You can see the Chanel, the Gucci, the Louis, all that stuff. And then as I walk here, this will take you directly to the Star Lounge. Okay, so this is the Star Lounge. They also have the card room, the library over here to the right. Like if you want some peace and quiet, I would say, hey, come in here to the card room / library. They got some seats here, board games, all that stuff. They have the computers here, you can use them. It's the library, real quiet place. Like if you just want to get away from the madness, there's no crazy music being played in here. If you just want to relax, like this is a real cool place. All right, now this is the Star Lounge. The Star Lounge, like they'll have the game shows here. You could also book this place for an event. You know, really nice seating. Like you can just come here and chill. Like, but this is the Star Lounge. It's a really cool place. I personally haven't really been here, but this is the Star Lounge. They'll have the dance floor. They'll have the stage. They'll play some music. They'll do all sorts of stuff here in the Star Lounge. So this is a cool place, and this is on deck 5, the opposite side of the main dining. So you go directly across, you'll run into the top level of the main dining on deck 5. One cool thing about deck 4, you'll see on both sides there's an exit that goes to the outside of the ship. So what you'll see when you walk out here is this is a walking area. You can walk along this area right here, and you literally can walk along the outside of the ship, get a nice view if you like. And this is actually one cool thing that a lot of people don't take advantage of here on the ship. And this goes all the way around the perimeter. I'm gonna spare you guys the time because you don't need to see all of this. But we're gonna go to the front because one thing on Freedom of the Seas is you can actually go to the helipad. Now the helipad is all the way forward on the ship. Now as you can see, this walking area is actually quite long. This actually thing goes, like I say, around the ship. So I'm curious, why did they not put the running track here versus on deck 12? But I guess they consider this more of a walking track instead of a running track. Because as you see on the wall here, they have the walking track thing here. So they have you see some stairs. As you come up these stairs that I just came from, you'll walk up here to deck 5. There's a door right here. This door is actually connected to the Star Lounge. Let me see if it's open. Yes, and it actually is open. So you have the Star Lounge here where you can actually exit the Star Lounge, as you see right there, and then you can go out. And this will take you to the helipad. So you come out and go straight to the left. And voila, there it is, the helipad. Again, this is where a lot of people like to see sailaways. They'll come here, take pictures. And honestly, this is a good spot if you just want to get some sun. This is a very, very nice spot. Forward of the ship, you have very, very nice views here from the helipad. And this is just open to everybody. Everyone can just come here, take pictures if you want. You can watch all of the sailaways here. Or if you just want to come in here and get some sun, just get away. So as I walk down the helipad right there, there's obviously two sides to this because like I say, this thing goes around the ship. And again, I don't know why they didn't just make this the running track and having the running track on deck 12. When you get on the running track to deck 12, you'll see why it can be kind of hectic to actually run on deck 12 because it doesn't make any sense. But this is what you get. You'll see, you go here and you'll have to go down those stairs right there to get back down to deck 4. Now I'm back here in the Star Lounge. This is gonna wrap up this tour of Freedom of the Seas. And hopefully this video will help you navigate the ship to where things don't seem so confusing. But I'm gonna be honest with you, although this is a big ship, it's not that big. Everything that you need, they're in nice compact areas where you can find and digest everything easily. And of course, I hope you guys have a happy sailings if you are jumping on Freedom of the Seas. And boy, I'm gonna miss this one when this 4 days is up. I'll see you guys in the next one.